The past few days have been a test of patience, endurance, and sheer willpower. After realizing that the housefrau refused to open the door, even in the presence of the police, we had to rethink our strategy. It became clear that waiting for cooperation was futile, so we took matters into our own hands. We started clearing out the garage, sorting through piles of things accumulated over time. Some items like old bed frames and broken furniture needed to go, so we hauled them to the recycling hall. And it was a tiring yet liberating process. Each discarded item felt like a step closer to reclaiming our space and sanity. At the same time, we began moving things we wanted to keep from the old garage to the new one. These belongings were either valuable for resale in our online shops or essential for future projects and endeavors. We carefully transported them, making sure everything was properly accounted for and organized. One particular item, a sturdy wooden workbench, found a new home with a friend in Bad Säckingen. We personally delivered it, driving through scenic roads under the bright sun.
So update for today, we just went back to the apartment and it was kinda like, we have to take out stuff from the garage, and as much as possible we move stuff from the old garage to the new garage. So we have more space to, to put everything in as much as possible and remove everything that we can from the old garage to the new one. And hopefully, and we already brought stuff from the old garage. We brought them up to the apartment already, like frames and all that. And then hopefully by Friday or the next few days, they would open the door for us, and hopefully they will open the basement so we can take our personal belongings. And because right now our personal belongings, like my luggage, shout out to my sister. I'm really sorry. Like, with all the problems that we have here, it's like it was stuck there, and we plan to use the luggage to put in the jacket, winter jacket, and everything, accessoire for snowboarding and all, whatever that fits in there. And what else? So far so good. We moved like at least like 25%, 20% of the garage the old garage to the new one. And so one thing that I'd like to note here is that we're really trying to do our obligations and responsibilities and really we also have our shortcomings. I am not saying that this situation right now is not like, okay, we're like Pontius Pilate, that we really had like washing our hands. It's actually the other way around. We're really trying to do our best with our everything that we have right now. Like the manpower, for example, we don't have any money to hire people to move our stuff, so we really have to move our stuff alone, and we have to go back and forth with the car and bring as much stuff that fits in the car. Like right now we're taking out the workbench and all for woodworking, and and gave it to a friend, and now we're in the garden. This is Bad Säckingen. My lips are really dry right now, but anyway.
His reaction was worth every effort. His surprise and joy lit up his face, making the exhaustion from this entire journey, the entire trip, feel like insignificant. So seeing the old man smile because of a simple act of kindness was a small but meaningful victory amid our struggles. Do you think we'll survive homelessness in Germany? I asked one time, only to get a rueful laughter from my dear husband. I couldn't blame him. Without any support or means, all we could do was laugh and forget the nightmare, even briefly. But deep down, underneath my indulgent smile and laughter, I know I was on the verge of breaking apart. I wanted to cry, to lash out, to reveal my rawest anger, to scream, to break things, like my heart shattering into pieces. My conscious self struggled to accept my reality of falling apart. Every time I reached out to my family in the Philippines, I tried to hide the tears I wanted to shed, to tell them the full picture of how I was doing. I didn't want to worry them more than they already were. Each day, the pressure was on like a pressure cooker, waiting to burn, to scream its steam, and each step heading home was like entering a war. Since the handwritten notice, going home had never been the same. If we weren't sad for whatever reason, either of the family members would bombard us, knocking on our door more frequently than usual. By German law, they should have given us 6 months' notice, not the day after tomorrow. As if they itched so much they couldn't wait for us to move out of their way. Whatever their plans were. If not the hausfrau, who seemed to love to raise her voice whenever she talked to me, thinking it would make her look powerful and respectable than her husband. It would be anyone in their family reminding me of the same thing over and over again. Have you found a new apartment? Were you searching? When will you move out? Would it be soon? These sentences would only vary with a few word differences, but the thought remained the same. Imagine hearing them at least 3 times a day. It was unimaginable, but I kept my composure intact instead. Weekends weren't spared, too. Even on Sundays, imagine. They requested my husband's presence in their home, on the ground floor, a few times and surrounded him, drowning him with the same questions like, why can't your wife speak better German? Why can't she find a job and apply for bank loans? The list of demeaning comments against me could go on, but out of respect, he stayed through the end, almost retching on his seat. One time, I returned home from the city to ship eBay packages and found myself trapped in Hausfrau's welcoming surprise. It felt like an ambush. She threw the broom and stopped whatever she was doing to slam the same line she'd been saying the whole time. Why can't you speak better German? Tell your husband he should pay. We need the keys. Mentally scoffing, I offered her a smile, ruthlessly swallowing the urge to fight back, to argue. Because in my mind, arguing with these types of people was senseless. Fighting against a Karen would only go nowhere and probably waste your time than you should. Als eine Ausländerin, or immigrant in Deutsch, I knew I had to remind myself to act accordingly, so I had to go with the flow. So I said, he knew what he should do. He's an adult man. I don't need to tell him what to do all the time. I said it in the calmest way possible, though there was nothing calm in my system at all. I went inside without looking back. So in general, it has been a very, very long day for us. I mean, like, for me, it was like I as much as, like, no matter how busy I am, I always try to make sure that I have extra time to write. So that's what I did. So in the morning, I woke up earlier, although I'm dread. after lifting stuff and walking up and down stairs and all that, and dealing with the stress, and it was like dread for me, but I still try to manage to help my husband and all, because we're both on the same boat, and like we try to try to work as a team together. So while he's sleeping, I can't do I can't pack, I can't do other things and make noise. So as much as possible, I want him to have like a better sleep and relax and all that before this day will start. So early in the morning, I went on writing, updating my draft number 4 of my upcoming book, Strokes of Desire, and after that, it was just a long day. Like, we went to the old apartment, and we tried to get as much as we can and brought them to the garage, to the garden, and wherever. Like, from in the bureau, like in my office right now, it's just chaos. And as you can see, it's really just pure chaos, because everything has been stuck here, and we're trying to remove as many as possible by selling them on eBay and all. And yeah, we're in general, we're in the process of trying to move forward and transition from, this is, we both agree that this is by far the darkest chapter that we have together, and for him, this is by far the worst thing that happened to him. And when I ask myself, are we in the rock bottom? Probably, because we're lack of options, and because of lack of options, we're really forced to accept compromises, although like there are things that we have to deal with, like accepting the fact that we can't take everything as much as we like, because of like the renters, and the landlords' rights to keep things from the renters in any way that they could sell and get the money back. So that's that's their law, and because of that, it's like we have to wait for the person in charge who will the one who will throw away, and like they call her Gerichtsvollzieherin, so the one who will remove stuff, throw stuff, the one who will clear up, and like to enforce the law of Räumung, clearing up the space of the apartment and all that. So that's upcoming, and that's in the coming days, and we don't know what to expect during the day. So right now we're trying to get as many things as possible, because one thing about this situation is like it paralyzes everything, like our income and all, because if, like, for example, in this case, we're dealing with the old apartment situation, and because no one is helping us, we're doing most of the work alone. And instead of setting up on our online shops during these days, we're forced to deal with the real life, the daily, this situation first, and until it's closed. And I know, we both know that after March 21, they will throw everything or whatever. They will keep stuff that they think are valuable, except for the personal belongings and those things that are considered business related. Because in Germany, you are not allowed as a landlord, even though your renter was not able to pay the rent, you're not allowed to take his or personal belongings. You're not allowed to take his anything that can be used for business. So because you are not allowed, you don't have any right to paralyze his means of income, right? So, and because of that, we remove things that are necessary for my husband to proceed with his future plans, and that's one thing that we settled today, at least some of it. And in the upcoming days, that's what we're like tomorrow, that's we still have to move a lot of machines and throw away stuff that like the lights, old lights that are broken and all, so we have to throw them away, so just to save some space, and instead of storing them in the garage when we have so much stuff to place, and to, you know, we don't have any other space, so we're dealing with space problems right now. So, and going back to the fact that we're settling this matter with our own hands without any help, physical help, I mean. We're trying to do this step by step and try to and, you know, like, overcome the situation with teamwork and as graceful as possible. And because of that, yeah, exhausted but satisfied, we ended the day with aching muscles and a sense of accomplishment. The amount of physical labor involved was overwhelming, yet it was a reminder of our resilience. Even as we navigated additional unexpected issues with the Amtsgericht, or court, we took solace in knowing that we were making progress. Each back and forth trip, each heavy load we carried, was a testament to our determination to keep moving forward. But we knew we were being watched. It was no secret that their eyes were always on us, cameras capturing our every move. They even had to cut a section of the curtain to keep an eye on everything from the garage. The unsettling reality of being filmed without our consent added another layer of frustration, and I understand that. The idea that we had to document our actions, vlog everything we do, and share them publicly to defend ourselves if needed was absurd, especially for me, who loved privacy to the core. But it became a necessary thing right now. The invasion of privacy was undeniable. The obvious harassment was apparent, yet we refused to let it intimidate us. We will keep fighting. We will overcome this as partners and as a team.
That's the update, and see you. Yeah, and by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and support my content, and yeah, support my books, and yeah, what a struggle.